to the Cosmic Download. I'm Simone Butler, and I'm joined today by Anna Francesca Celestino, and we both help people navigate all the changes that are happening on this planet by understanding the cosmic currents. My point of view is astrological, and what's yours, Anna?
I work with intuitive guidance on reading the currents. And somehow when we put our notes together, it's been really fun to see how they coincide and where they overlap, and makes for a very fun cosmic download. So for me, for August, the theme this month that came through, my theme is almost there. So the first word that came in when I started to do the reading was optimistic. Whatever has been challenging you for the past several months is about to change. I'm not saying it's changing just yet, but we can feel something coming. We can feel an uplifting of this energy that we've been in. And I feel like this month we're really starting to see some light at the end of the tunnel. There's been an amazing pressure that's been present to transform us. Hopefully everybody's been holding up and getting through that. And we're almost ready. I was thinking about it like the pressure that comes on carbon to create a diamond. So hopefully, the diamond is there. We're shined up, polished up, and we're almost ready to be unearthed and feeling and getting that feeling that good things are coming. So it's really good this month to take a moment, see where you've been, see who you've become, and to really appreciate the journey that you've been on, seeing that something's been changing and being refined and really looking at what is it that's been changing in me. Another way of looking at it is that we've been not only refining but releasing. We've been releasing parts of ourselves that weren't really us, maybe parts of ourselves that we inherited or stories that we got from our lives. Those kinds of things I'm finding in people around me. The big stuff is just dropping away, and we're having to fight against that a lot less, and it's getting much easier to really be who we are. So this month is really about beginning to see the truth of you shining through. How about you, Simone? What do you see for this month?
Well, interestingly enough, my theme for this month is remembering who you really are. And that relates to this retrograde of Venus, which I want to talk about because it's a fairly rare cycle. It only happens every 2 years or so, and it began around mid-July, and it lasts through early September. So when Venus, the pleasure principle, the feminine principle, goes backward or inward in her retrograde, it's a time to really go deep within ourselves, to love those parts of ourselves we don't give a lot of attention or time to sort through the past. Venus went retrograde in Virgo, which is all about separating the wheat from the chaff, and but not being overly judgmental, which is the dark side of Virgo. And Mercury's also in Virgo all of August, and then at the end of the month, the sun goes into Virgo. So we have a lot of Virgo energy afoot. How do we work with that energy in a positive way? Well, we sift and we sort, but Virgo is also about healing. So it's about accepting, embracing, and loving the parts of ourselves that, maybe don't really meet our exacting standards. But there's also a lot of Leo energy happening this month, and Leo is the king or the queen and the pleasure of being who we truly are and expressing that in the world. So it's about bringing those two energies together in some kind of harmonious, fashion.
I love that. One of the things that pops out to me about what you're saying, Simone, is that with that Virgo judging energy, that if we can find that place of acceptance, I think that, it's the discernment, it's the being able to see the truth of what's going on without judging it, which means to be able to accept who we are and accept the limitations. I'm actually finding a certain peace in being able to just say, you know what, that's too much. That's more than I can do. That's more than I want to do. That's more than I'm able to do. Gosh, I had propane poisoning, and So it's created some challenges for me around just organizing my thoughts, things like that, and just being able to accept that limitation for myself right now is really allowing me to just be able to relax and then build in the things that I need to help work with my life the way it is right now.
Yeah, and the other thing that's really important right now is to surround ourselves with people who love us. And that, under Venus retrograde, that often means reconnecting with dear friends from the past. That can be ex-lovers in some cases. It can be old friends, girlfriends that we haven't seen. You know, I went to a party last weekend and saw people I hadn't seen in 30 years. And so that's also a big theme. And then you get a chance to really remember who you were then and integrate that with who you've become. And that's a very reflective process that that Venus retrograde is offering us now as well.
Yeah, I feel like we're on a threshold. In the Book of Runes by Ralph Bloom, he talks in one of the runes about standing on a mountaintop and getting ready to head down into your new life. But before you do that, to stop and turn around and see where you've come. And that's the energy that I'm feeling this month is we're not moving forward yet, but the potential is there. It's coming. But this is a time of really stopping and looking back and really appreciating the journey that we've been on, seeing what's changed, recognizing who we've become. And I just want to ask you, I know when we were chatting before, you mentioned something about Leo, and there was something about fun in there, so I don't want to miss that.
Right. Well, the Leo energies, because right now we have Mars is going into Leo shortly. We have Jupiter is at the tail end of Leo. The Sun's in Leo. So we have to honor the fiery energy of Leo as well, which is about fun. It's about just simply relaxing and having a good time. And at least in this hemisphere, it's summertime, and things are moving a little more slowly because of the heat. And so we want to just build in plenty of time to relax and to not put a lot of heavy pressure on ourselves to accomplish things in the world at this point in time. Sometimes we forget to enjoy life, that we're here not just to learn lessons and improve ourselves, but just to enjoy being in a body and being on this gorgeous planet.
That's awesome. Thanks. That's a good reminder. And that leads us into things we can do this month to help integrate that energy. So I think yours is going to be a little bit more fun than mine, but my thought at this point to really make the most of this month's energy is to take a time out and ask yourself, what's new about me? What's been changing? Who am I now? What patterns have I been releasing so that I can be more myself? And then I'd encourage you to talk about it with a friend. Do something to anchor that energy and make it conscious so that it doesn't just sort of slide by without really, taking note of it. So that's my thing is what's new about you and looking at this is who you are going forward. How about you?
Well, I don't know if you all remember that book, The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron, but she recommends something called an artist date. And this is something that you do for yourself at least once a week. You take yourself to a museum, or you go skateboarding, or do something fun that you used to do when you were a kid. Go ride a merry-go-round. Go do something that's purely fun. Go have a spa day with a girlfriend you haven't seen in a year. So that's what I would like to recommend that you do in the month of August, at least once a week, is go do something purely for fun, whether it's by yourself or with someone that you love.
Well, we hope that you guys will share some of your stories with what's been going on our Facebook pages. And the more information that we gather, the more feedback we get, the more we share with each other, the more we can understand what's trending in the world right now energetically. So take a minute and just pop by our Facebook pages and drop a note and let us know what's trending in your life. And speaking of that, Simone and I want to make a special offer this month. We decided to pair up and offer Cosmic Download private sessions. So it would be an hour with Simone and an hour with me, and find out what's trending in your life and how to make the most of it. So if you're wondering what's up in your life, why are these things happening, or just to see what the great opportunities are that are in your life right now or just ahead, we'd love to be able to do that for you in your personal cosmic download. All right, have a great month.